Some motorcycles are not just built to ride, they are built to rewrite history. When a brand with a legendary past decides to enter the stage with a classic reborn, every rider feels that spark of nostalgia mixed with modern adrenaline. Welcome to Speed Society, where today we explore a motorcycle that bridges decades of heritage with the engineering power of the future. The 26 Kawasaki W1 SS is not a revival for vintage collectors alone, it is Kawasaki's statement that old souls can breathe inside modern machines without losing their identity. This motorcycle is a modern interpretation of a legendary engine note, a sleek silhouette, and a riding experience shaped by time rather than trends. The legacy of the 2026 Kawasaki W1 SS. The original Kawasaki W series captured the hearts of riders during the late 1960s and early 1970s. It brought British-inspired design language with Japanese reliability and engineering refinement. The W1 quickly became an icon known for its throaty exhaust, charismatic engine pulse, and real mechanical feedback. The 2026 W1 SS takes the essence of that era and injects modern precision. Kawasaki engineers spent reconstructing the spirit of the W1 rather than simply copying its design. They studied the original blueprint, preserved the soul of the air-cooled character, and introduced updated metallurgy, digital management, and rider-focused ergonomics. The machine feels like history you can accelerate. With this launch, Kawasaki honors its early ambition and celebrates what made riders fall in love with the W badge in the first place. Design and aesthetic. The design of the 26 W1 S speaks a visual language understood by both vintage enthusiasts and modern riders. A slim teardrop tank, deep metallic paint, exposed frame lines, round retro headlamp, and brushed aluminum details invoke the nostalgic side of the machine. At the same time, clean welds, hidden electronics, and a low-profile seat sculpt a more refined presence. Kawasaki used modern machining to capture classic style rather than mimicking old shapes. The proportions feel balanced, long enough for highway expression, but compact enough to handle city streets. Everything looks mechanical and honest. No exaggerated plastics or decorative panels. Steel, alloy, and leather dominate the surfaces. The W1 SS communicates identity through simplicity, letting the engine and frame serve as the visual centerpiece. It is tasteful minimalism with character. Engine and performance. Underneath that classic silhouette sits a modernized air-cooled twin engineered to carry the historic personality forward. The 65-2-6 parallel twin remains faithful in architecture, but delivers cleaner efficiency, stronger mid-range, and smoother throttle feel. Output is expected around 50 horsepower, but the real story is torque delivery. The W1 S carries a thick wave of torque from low RPM, making every roll of the throttle satisfying and responsive. The engine note is deep, crisp, and carries a rhythm only an air-cooled twin can produce. Modern fuel injection replaces old-school carburetors, but preserves the natural throttle response. Kawasaki also tuned the engine to deliver controlled vibrations, keeping that iconic pulse without making long rides fatiguing. It feels like the bike talks back when you twist, engaging your senses instead of numbing them. Technology and features. Even though the W1 S carries vintage DNA, it comes with modern technology integrated discreetly. A compact digital display is embedded inside a classic round gauge, providing essential information without breaking the retro theme. ABS is now standard, traction management is subtle, and the electronics work in the background rather than showing off. LED lighting is hidden behind vintage housings, giving classic looks with modern visibility. The ignition system is fully electronic, improving reliability while maintaining the classic kick-inspired feel. Connectivity features are minimal by intention. Kawasaki understands that a bike like this is less about smartphone apps and more about the connection between rider and machine. Technology exists only to enhance safety, durability, and engine smoothness without influencing the emotional character, handling, and comfort. The W1 SS rides with comfort and confidence. The steel double cradle frame keeps the handling predictable, delivering a natural cornering feel at relaxed and mid-aggressive speeds. The front suspension uses classic fork geometry, re-engineered internally for controlled damping, while the rear twin shocks provide rider comfort with adjustable preload. The seating triangle is neutral and open, with handlebars positioned for upright riding. Long rides become effortless and city commutes feel relaxed. The bike responds smoothly to small inputs and remains stable during highway cruising. Riding experience. Riding the W1 SS feels like stepping into a chapter of motorcycling history while holding modern confidence. The throttle engagement is direct, the engine note creates a soundtrack, and the bike encourages you to ride without rushing. Wind, road, and vibration become part of the journey rather than distractions. The motorcycle feels alive, reminding riders why analog feedback was once valued more than raw power figures. In a time when many bikes are over-processed through electronics, the W1 SS is refreshing. It carries personality, character, and emotion. For those who want to personalize the W1 SS, Kawasaki provides a catalog of factory options. Custom exhaust systems, seat designs, chrome accessories, vintage mirrors, soft leather saddlebags, and windshields allow riders to shape the motorcycle according to their style. Performance upgrades are modest, because the bike is designed around its natural rhythm. Many riders will appreciate chrome-detailed parts, tank badges, and limited edition color schemes that Kawasaki plans to release. Who is this for? The 2026 Kawasaki W1 SS is for riders who value character over numbers. It is made for enthusiasts who appreciate heritage motorcycles, authentic riding feel, and a timeless appearance. Younger riders looking for that first big, engined classic will find confidence in its relaxed handling and predictable power, while older riders who remember the original W series will feel nostalgia in every mile. Pricing and availability. Kawasaki positions the W1 SS as a premium heritage model. Expected pricing starts around $999 in the international market. Availability begins mid-2026 across major regions including the United States, Europe, and select Asian markets. Limited color offered at launch with special editions planned for late 2026. Final thoughts. The 2026 Kawasaki W1 SS is an emotional motorcycle. It takes a legendary design and rebirths it into the modern world without diluting its spirit. Kawasaki delivers a reminder that nostalgia can be engineered with precision. In a market filled with futuristic designs, excessive electronics, and extreme power figures, the W1 SS chooses a different path. It chooses heritage, honesty, and connection. For riders searching for a machine that feels like riding history with modern reliability, the W1 SS is a beautiful answer.